Hey, this is Renee Campbell, and today it is all about small towns. And I happen to know that very well. I grew up in a small town in central Texas called Mahia, east of Waco. And we moved to Boerne and raised our children. And I'm here today with Kim Blum, the president of the Chamber of Commerce in Boerne. And so Boerne stole my heart many years ago because of that and so many other reasons. But the small town atmosphere. So let's just kind of use that as a little bit of our theme today.
I love it.
And I'm going to ask you about a few questions and see if you're ready for that.
Okay, I stay ready.
How are you doing?
Good.
I mean, this weather, right?
This weather, but you know what? It's, again, like we're going to talk about today, is it's really about the community, right? Neighbors helping neighbors,
Yes.
small businesses, our nonprofits coming together. So we made it through, and it's going to be a great spring.
Absolutely. So it does have that small town reputation and hospitality like you talked about. So can you just describe the community here and how that, newcomers are welcomed in this little town?
Absolutely. We have a thriving community, as I like to say, with a little over 1,200 just business members alone. The small business community is strong, and I like to tell people that because that's an indicator of not only great schools, but just great economy and all the things, and really what makes up Boerne so special. Mm-hmm. We have over 150 nonprofits that truly invest and make up that core and that culture of our community.
Yeah.
Just absolutely love it. So when we say what makes Boerne great, it's really all those things combined. Mm-hmm. We have the Boerne Library, just great resources that are free and open to the public to come and engage with each other, with businesses, with entrepreneurs, with nonprofits, and all in. So the Boerne Farmers Market that we have, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but Boerne Community Theater, again, a lot of community and all these kind of keywords and events and places to see and do here. We have the Boerne Lake, we have Parks and Recreation, we have Boerne Market Day. So again, there's real no excuse not to get out and engage with the community or just enjoy all the greatness that Boerne has to offer.
Right. And when I was here a while back, we were talking about the holiday. It was during the holiday season. So there was just so much going on. But the thing about it is if you visit, there's always going to be something for you to do.
Right.
And all of these places you mentioned have websites and you can go. And I don't know, when I go travel, which is my favorite thing to do, is to go through small towns.
I love it. Visit your chamber.
Go to the chamber.
Or visitor center.
Yeah. And I like to see what the locals do and eat local and shop local, and so
they appreciate it.
Right. So there's always going to be something in Boerne, but with our growth, which we are having, and that's okay. Yeah. And Boerne is known for the history of the German immigrants that came and established this town. So how do you think we maintain that character of keeping that small town feel and honoring our history?
Right. Well, I think it even starts with our schools. So one of the favorite things that I love that BISD does is for the third graders, they actually have a Boerne history lesson that they do for almost 6 months. And they come out and they study the history of Boerne specifically. And so I just love that. Yeah. So starting even with our little kids, and it affects the families, right? Exactly. Mom and dad are there involved in it. And then we have the historic jail site, and then we have all the genealogical society and the library that has all the history. So I feel like that's kind of piece one that's fun and interesting for people. If you're a history buff, there's historical buildings, there's all these great things that make up. We even have a historical marker map. Fun fact, a lot of people don't know about that.
Okay, I so did not know that.
So if you come by the chamber, there's a map outside too if we're closed, but there's a historical marker map that you can actually walk and see the historical sites. So again, there's always something to do, even if there's really not a planned event to do. There's enough locally. And then, like I mentioned, the library, right? They are one of the largest, most engaging libraries, I think, in the country, in my humble opinion. But when families move here and they want to know, they also come to the chamber, right? And they look at the website and they see, okay, who do I need for a dentist or a doctor's office or whatever. And even if you're visiting and you want to check out a hotel and you're overwhelmed, you can go to the chamber website and look as well. But really, how do we keep our small town charm is supporting the locals, right? We still have a small town pharmacist that a lot of people were just talking about today online with. and all the things. And so we honor and we embrace it and we support it.
Yeah.
And I think that shows even from our kids to our older adults and everything in between.
So did you grow up in a small town?
No, I grew up in the big town, Houston. But I'm very fortunate not only to lead a chamber here, but in a small town. My husband's from a small town.
There you go.
Went to college in a small town. But I think being a mother of 3, raising my children here, it's just been an amazing experience, and to kind of hone in on that.
So last question on that topic is, so the lifestyle in Boerne is typically at a slower pace, but I mean, what I've noticed, Kim, is everything that's coming in is just outstanding.
Right.
All of our new restaurants,
it's high quality.
Wineries,
it's not just quantity, it's quality.
Right. So we still have a little bit of slow pace, but how would you compare Boerne to maybe the pace of a larger city? I mean, that's kind of obvious.
Right.
But what would, you kind of point out about comparing that?
Right, the walkability, right?
Yeah.
I think that's important, right? The activities, whether you just want to go to a local pub on a Tuesday, or we have a new speakeasy bar that's 12 to 12. So I think the businesses that are coming here and the businesses that we're supporting and the growth we're seeing is meeting the demand and the need of the residents and the community at large. So whether it's a new gymnastics or a music studio, and even when we talk about quality, our music store, Hill G Music, just won top 10 music store in the U.S.
Awesome.
So, I'm sorry, not the U.S., the world.
Wow.
So they're top 10 in the world. And they're located here in Boerne, Texas.
Awesome.
On Main Street in the shopping district. And so I think it's kind of underrated, right? When people come and shop small town, you walk in, and I like to say it's the people that you go to church with. It's the people that are at school with. I mean, I just did the spelling bee at the local school. I was a judge this morning, and sure enough, half of the parents were business owners, and really just involving yourself, right? When you go to the Boerne Farmers Market, it may be a kid entrepreneur selling something. It may be the mom is selling sourdough bread. Boerne has some of the best sourdough breads.
My favorite.
But again, whether you go to that Boerne Library, the Boerne Farmers Market, Boerne Lake, Boerne Parks and Rec, right, where Parks and Rec has everything under the sun from any age group, whether they have family tie-dye day on the weekend to family fishing tournaments and everything in between, all year round they have. They're very aware and intentional, and I think that's again what makes our community so great is we have very engaged city leadership, city council, just services that truly meet our needs.
Well, and I think too our location is so perfect because really anything you want to do is within an arm's length drive, right? If you want to get to wineries or shopping or anything in the hill country, and then the big city, San Antonio, is we had to go downtown the other day for an errand, and I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want to do that. But we got there in a heartbeat. Traffic was not that bad, and I was like, we're here. So San Antonio is not that far.
Right there. I mean, and nowadays you get same day delivery from Target, Costco, all the big retailers. So you don't even really have to leave Boerne if you don't want to, but if you do, you can go out and try some of the great San Antonio food. In 30 minutes, you're there and you're enjoying it and you're coming back home. I think another thing is the Guadalupe State Park.
Oh, yeah.
So we have some great state parks that are very close by within the county themselves. So it can be anything from shopping to hiking to family oriented to just adult, where if you just want to go to the wineries for the day, and they're doing live concerts and live music almost every weekend if we're being honest. And we have cornhole coming. Ambush Cornhole is now coming to Tusculum Brewing Company. You heard it first with Renee.
Oh my goodness. I learned so much when I come here.
So again, with the businesses, they're being intentional about community. And they're making it a space where you can do business and it's welcome for all and all are welcome. So it's pretty
and it's affordable. Like you said, the Guadalupe State Park. So we took the boys out when they were little out there and spent the night or whatever. So it was like we were on vacation and we were home in 20 minutes. Wahoo. So
if you're like me, I live even closer. So we're out, it's too hot, we can get home in 5 minutes.
But I think it's all about community, and even though there's so many new people that I used to know pretty much everybody in HEB, but you can make friends in a heartbeat, everybody is here for the same reason.
I was gonna say,
You know, support small town community. We've seen it through so many different kinds of situations, whether it be a tragedy or just supporting our town people.
Right.
You can always count on someone.
Right.
And call them, and you can always have fun and not spend a ton of money.
No.
But I really, and there's small town, there's so much to do. There
I
really
mean,
is. Like I haven't been to some of the things you've talked about, so I've got to get out there. But we just welcome our visitors, and we hope that you call Boerne your hometown and stop by and get to know Kim and give me a call. And I'm Renee Campbell with Texas Hill Country Realty, and we really, really thank you for investing in our town. But come visit. You're going to want to stay, right?
Agree. Here, everyone belongs.
Absolutely. Have a great day.